Record.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Hi, everyone. So we're going to be starting in a lying down pose. So lying down and taking a moment to just let the body settle on the floor. So let gravity hold you. We won't be here for too long. And we're going to be doing tensing and relaxing. So on your next, so just settle down first, taking your time. And last few minutes adjustments. So letting the body relax on the floor, letting gravity hold you. So in the Shavasana position or relaxing position, corpse pose with the palms facing up, little bit of room between the arms and the armpits and the legs falling to the side. So on your next breath in, tense the right leg, lift the right leg off the floor a few centimeters, just a few centimeters, not too high, a few centimeters. And then with your out breath, just let it flop. No control, just let it flop. Okay, so inhale your left leg up, tensing that left leg. And then when you need to breathe out, just let it go and let it flop. And now tensing your buttocks. If you want to lift the hips off the floor, just the hips, go ahead. If you don't want to, that's fine. So really squeezing the buttock, the muscles of buttocks, and then letting go completely. And now make a tight fist with your hands, really squeezing the hands, really squeezing, and let go completely. And bring the shoulders in the direction of the ears, really squeezing, making a bit of pressure there, and then exaggerate the movement of the shoulders or the fingers in the direction of the feet, just, and then coming back to center. And now we'll squeeze the shoulder blades together. So if you want to lift the chest off the floor, and then letting go with the exhalation. And now making a funny face. Imagine you've eaten a sour lemon, squeezing all the facial muscles in the direction of the nose, really squeezing, and then let go. And now opening your mouth wide, bring your tongue out and stretching all the facial muscles this time. And relax. Close your eyes again. And now bring attention to your breath. So we're going to be just checking in with the breath. So without trying to change the breath now, bring attention to your breath and see where your breath is, how you're breathing this evening. No judgment, just checking in with the breath. So, and now having made that assertion, then that assessment rather, sorry, and then now try to deepen the breath. So breathe deeply. When I mean deep, I mean to the abdomen. So abdominal breath, and in and out. So what we do in the yoga class is we try and help the body to breathe more deeply. And hopefully the more we do it, the more we can do it in daily life as well. So sometimes our breath is an indicator of how our mind is feeling and the rest of our well-being and our stress level. So the more we breathe deeply and exhale deeply, the more relaxed we will feel. So if we learn that in the yoga class, then hopefully we can use it in the daily life as well. So breathing in and out. So when you're breathing in, the abdomen goes up to the ceiling, not quite, and then breathing out towards the navel. So a few more breaths like so. And then letting go of the breath. Bring your arms up and overhead. Bring your feet a little bit closer together, your legs together, and give yourself a nice big stretch, whatever movement you need to make. And then slowly coming to the side, and we will begin as we normally do with the sound of Om and a little prayer to begin with. So in the sitting position, getting ready, and we'll bring the thumb and the forefinger to touch and the hands on the knees. And begin. So we won't be here for too long. Inhale and exhale. Inhale positivity and exhale any fatigue. So now we inhale to Om. Sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saviryam karavavahe tejasvinavaditamastu ma vitvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then slowly opening your eyes. And welcome to today's class. So we're going to be doing a class today focusing on confidence, power, and dynamism. So we're starting with spring, so we'll give ourselves a little bit of a spring. So we will start with the pelvic block. So I'll show you this. So here we're going to be, I'll just show you first. We're just going to be doing pelvic rocking. So basically we're just bring the lower back onto the floor, press one leg and the other. So just really moving the lower back. So it's a very small movement to the side. So one leg and then the other. So coming onto the floor. And with your feet like hip distance. So we're just going to go to the side first. So both feet stay on the floor. Just moving the pelvis to the side a little bit. So slowly, just to the side, with the whole back on the floor. So there is no distance. So if there is a little hollow in your back, which there normally will be, just bring that to the floor, and then just going to the side to begin with. Just feeling that pelvic floor working. And then now just coming to the center. And now we're going to go forward and back. So this little hollow that there is in the lower back here. So we're just going to be pressing the whole back and then releasing. So press the pelvis down and then back. So the whole of the back is on the floor. So just really rocking forward and back. It's a very small movement, but it's a very targeted movement as well. So we're not coordinating with the breath at the moment, so just really feeling and isolating that movement. So feeling it there. So one way sometimes when I teach this, I see that we're going from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So just moving forward and then back. So now we're going to go to the side again. So moving from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, to 9 o'clock, sorry. Just imagine a clock in your lower back. And now we're going to go back to 12 o'clock and then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So we're just moving around the back, the lower back, as if it's a clock. See whether you can put the whole on the floor, each one of them, one vertebra at a time. Just really see how that works for you. There might be a tendency to go very fast at some point, so just resist that tendency. And then we're now going to go opposite, so anti-clockwise, starting from 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and just going round the clock. So just feeling that lower back. And one more time, the whole way round the clock. And then relax. Okay, so let go of this now. And now we're going to be doing the boat pose, which you all know. So we start by bending the left knee, the left foot on the floor, the right leg out and stretched. So again, bringing your arms by your side. The hands are parallel to the side of the thighs. So making sure your head is nice and relaxed. And then on your next breath in, tense everything, lift the right leg up a few inches, and then look, bring the head up, look at your big right toe. And then when you need to breathe out, let go. So we'll do a couple more like this. So inhale, look up to your toes, tense the abdomen, tense the arms come up as well, and then go. So inhale, be fully aware of all the muscles that are tensing, and then aware of all the muscles that are relaxing. 2 more. Inhale up, really feel tensing everything, tense the arm, tense, and then let go. And one last time. And then coming back, and then 5 times on the left side as well. So inhale, coming up, and then exhale down in your own time. So we've now got the right leg bent, it's the left leg that's outstretched. So once you've done 5, then relax. So make sure you're tensing everywhere. And now we're going to go both legs. So out, if you want to do both legs, you can. Otherwise, do a few more single legs. So both legs outstretched, and the arms same position. Inhale, both legs up, and look at your toes. Feel the stomach shake a little bit, perhaps, and then breathe out. Let go. 3 more. So 4 in total. Inhale. And then when you need to exhale, come down. So no holding the breath, just really go naturally and down. So if this is too hard, then just go one leg again. So you might feel the shake in the body, and that's really good for your core. And down. And now we'll do the leg raises. So just single leg raises. This time we'll start by bending the right knee, the right foot on the floor. And then we're going to bring the left leg back up, but keeping the leg completely straight. So don't bend your knee. It doesn't matter how high you go. Making sure that both buttocks are on the floor. So our palms facing down. And if you want to close your eyes, so inhale, left leg up for a count of 3. Buttocks on the floor both. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. If you want to work harder, don't bring the foot on the floor. Just keep going. Inhale, up, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, down, 1, 2, 3. One last time. Inhale, up, 1, 2, 3. And down, 1, 2, 3. Now let that foot rest for a moment if you weren't resting it before. And now we're going to bring it back up, and then we're going to hold. So inhale the left leg up, and then just interlace your fingers, just grab your thigh wherever. So staying there. You can stay with your head up all the time if you like. Or if you feel good, you can bring the head up, and then you might be able to walk your hands in the direction of the foot. So keep the leg straight. If you're bending the leg, then you're not getting the work, and it doesn't matter how far you go. So if you haven't lifted your leg too high, then you definitely want to keep the head on the floor maybe. So that's see how you get on. So if you've got your left leg up and just breathing here, and you can bring your elbows to the side, you can bring the foot a bit closer towards you, and breathe into it. So do not force anything, and use your breath as a guide. If you are out of breath, that means you're working too hard. Just back off a little bit. So breathing in and out, and feel the tension in the leg. Use the exhalation to try and let go of tension. So we know how to let go of tension, and we're going to use that. And sometimes if it feels too much for your head and you want to keep your head up, you can just rest your head on something that feels good. So a block or a telephone directory, anything that you can rest your head on. It's not about the neck, it's about the back of the legs, the hamstrings. So a few more here, breaths, and letting go, letting that leg down slowly. And now outstretch both legs, and for a moment just feel the difference on both sides. So feeling the difference is not judging them, just noticing that there is a bit of a difference. And now bending your left knee, and we're going to do the same on the right side. So flex your foot. So you can just bring the leg a little bit out first. Keep both buttocks on the floor. Inhale, right leg up. 1, 2, 3. Exhale down, keeping the legs straight. So it doesn't matter how far you go. 1, 2, 3. Even if it's a little bit, that's okay. 1, 2, 3. Feel the work in the abdomen, engage the abdomen. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, down. And last time. Keep the legs straight. And exhale down. And relax the foot if you weren't relaxing in between. And then now we're going to go up, and then we're going to hold that leg. So inhale, right leg up. Interlace your hands behind your thighs or wherever, it doesn't matter. Just Even if you don't want to interlace, that's fine. So keeping that right leg completely straight. And then when you're ready, inhale, bring the head up, walk your hands up if your body invites you to, and let go. So breathing into this position, feel the stretch in the leg, where you feel the stress, the stretch. And then using the exhalation to let go. So if you can, relax, relax. It takes a little while to try and learn to relax in poses, so be patient with yourself. And if you feel like your leg is inviting you to go closer, then go ahead. Don't force anything. Breathing into it, and with every exhalation, trying to just go a little bit deeper if you can, if your body is allowing you to, and just relaxing a little bit more. Letting go. And now bending that knee, and then outstretch both legs, and feel the difference in the legs now. They might feel a little bit more similar. And then we're going to get ready for the next exercise, which is just cat-cow. So coming on your knees, hands and knees. And we're going to be doing normal cat-cow that we've been doing, that we always do. So it's really a nice pose to kind of loosen the back. And so knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. If you want to walk your hands a little bit further, you can do. And then making sure that the weight is all on the whole of the hand, not just the wrist. So getting that grip first, but your fingers are still relaxed. It's just a little bit of shifting of the weight. And here now, what we're going to be doing in this pose is we're going to be focusing more on our breath today. So inhale deeply and exhale deeply. So don't worry about how the pose looks, but bring the focus on the breath. So inhale, starting from the base of the spine, looking up, let the spine drop. Inhale deeply, and then exhale deeply. Navel to spine, let the head drop. So a couple more, but really inhaling as much as possible. And then exhaling completely. 3 more. So feeling that breath. So when you think you've exhaled more, just exhale a little bit more. When you've inhaled a little bit more, maybe. Oh, don't force, of course. And then exhaling 2 more in your own time. Focusing on deepening the breath. And then relax the body, relax now. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the lion's pose, so which we have done before. Some of you might remember, some of you might not. So, okay, so I will talk through the various options. So, if you're happy sitting on your knees, you can sit on your knees, and then your little paws go hands facing, fingers facing towards you. So this is the pose. So here, to be able to do that, your knees should be good, and your hands and your wrist should be all right. And if that is a problem, then you can always sit cross-legged, and you can just bring your hands on the floor in whatever way. So it doesn't matter how your hands and your feet are. So I'll stay in this position for now, and then I'll move, but you stay in whichever position that it feels good. So even if you are in the other position and then you want to change, please change. So here again, if you can bring your fingers towards you, do so. If not, then it's fine like this. It's no problem. So I will explain. So we will do two types of lion roaring. So one is a silent lion, and the other one is we're going to roar like a lion. So basically it is this release, it is letting go and having that confidence to just let go. So if you've got pets around you, they might be a little bit scared, but it's okay. And it doesn't matter what we sound like, we're just going to go for it. So go for it. We're all, well, apart from me, everyone else is on silent. So go ahead and roar with me. So now, so you can watch the first one if you've not done it before. So inhale, and then exhale, bring the tongue out, and then roar. And then close your mouth. And then carry on 3 breaths, so 3 more of this. So it doesn't matter, make the noise, let go. It's really releasing. It's really a fantastic feeling if you just let go. Give yourself permission to make noise. Give yourself permission to let go. Two more in your own time with the roaring lion. And relax for a moment. Once you've done 4 in total. And I was planning on doing some silent one, but I forgot about it, so it's all right. We'll miss that bit. Okay, then just take a moment and sit silently for a moment, just feeling that release. It is a very harmless way to let go of frustration. And also the other side of the coin is to feel confident as a lion. So a lion claiming for his kingdom, a lion ruling, that's how we should be feeling. Just embracing that quality of a lion, feeling powerful. Okay, so now we'll come up into standing. So we'll do a couple of sun salutations before we do a few more poses. Okay, so now in the sun salutations today, the idea is to think about the breathing. So really taking your time. So coming towards the front of your mat, your feet can be together or not. Just a little bit of distance is fine. Tuck the pelvis under and opening your chest. So we're going to be breathing in and out completely for every movement. So inhale deeply, exhale completely, palms together. And now inhale, up, arms up, head back, and a little bit back. And then with an exhalation coming down, exhaling completely. Now inhale the right leg back, inhaling completely. We're not going to hold here, we're going to exhale. So exhale, coming into the plank. Inhale in the plank. And then exhale, coming down into the 8-point pose. Uncurl your toes, coming down, forehead down, chest down. Now inhale, coming forward, inhale completely into Cobra. You can't really inhale too much in Cobra because the stomach is on the floor, but inhale as much as you can. And then using the exhalation, exhaling completely into downward dog. Let the head hang. And now inhale completely, the right foot in front. You can bend the left, you can bring the left knee down first, looking up. Exhale completely, bringing the back foot to meet the front foot. Now inhale, bend your knees, bring your arms to the side, coming up. Inhaling up and back. And exhaling, palms together completely and arms by your side. So we'll do the same thing, leading with the left leg now. So inhale completely. Exhale completely. Inhale up, back. Exhale down, wherever you get to. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, left leg back, looking up. Complete inhalation. Exhale into plank. Inhale while you're in plank. And then using an exhalation, coming down into 8-point pose. So chest down, forehead down. And then inhale into Cobra. Keep the legs together if you can. Navel on the floor, looking up. Use exhalation completely into downward dog. Inhale, left foot in between the hands, so right knee down first if you need to. Looking up. Back foot to meet the front foot. Exhale completely. And then inhale, coming up. You bend your knees, flatten the back. And exhale completely. Hands to prayer and arms by your side. Okay, so we're going to do one more, but this time we're going to be staying in the breath, in the position for 3 times, for 3 breaths, sorry. So if you know what you're doing, you can go at your own pace, but I'll try and instruct at the same time. But if you want to adjust with your same, and go ahead. So inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Now 3 breaths in this, 2 more breaths in this position. And then coming up deeply. Exhale deeply. 2 more breaths here. Coming down, hands by your feet. Let the head hang. 2 breaths. Right leg back. 2 breaths. 3 breaths in total. Deep ones. Transition into the plank pose. 3 breaths. If this is too much, bring your knees down. Do not rush the breath. Bring the knees down instead. Use the last exhalation to bring your knees down, chest down, forehead down. 3 breaths here. Slide the body into one straight line, coming up, cobra, 3 breaths. So bring your hands up for now, just using the back, 3 breaths. Bring your hands back down. Exhale, down dog, 3 breaths. Inhale, right leg in between the hands, left knee down, looking up, 3 breaths. And then back foot to meet the front foot. Forward bend, bring the center of gravity a little bit forward, 3 breaths. Coming up with this flat back, bend your knees if you need to. Flat back, going up, back bend, we're not holding here. And then bring the hands to prayer and arms by your side. So we'll do the same thing leading with the left side now. So deep breaths, inhale, exhale, palms together deeply. So 3 breaths, 2 more breaths here. Resisting the temptation to move quickly. Inhale, up. Gracefully, up and back. 3 breaths all together, 2 more. Using an exhalation, deep exhalation, coming down, hands by your feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Hands flat on the floor if your body allows. 3 breaths in total here. Inhale, left leg back, left knee on the floor, looking up. 3 breaths. And then transitioning into the plank pose. So knees on the floor, one leg back without moving the other body, the other knee back. If this is too much, keep the knees on the floor, 3 breaths. Using an exhalation, knees on the floor, uncurl the toes, keep the elbows in, slowly chest in, forehead in. Slide the body into a straight line, come up into cobra, 3 breaths. You can lift your hands up if you like and try and go up a little bit more. Deep breaths. Hands by your chest. And then exhale into downward dog. 3 breaths. Resisting any temptation to move. Inhale, the left foot in between the hands, right knee down, looking up. Exhale, the back foot to meet the front foot. 3 breaths here. Bring the center of gravity to the front a little bit. If your hands are not on the floor, then bend your knees as much as you need to. And then bend your knees coming up, back bend, and then hands to prayer. We're not holding here. and relax by your side. Okay, so hope that worked for you. So now we're going to do a couple more standing poses. So coming to your mat and bring the right foot like 45 degrees in front. So I'm just going to turn to this side. So you're turning your right foot 45 degrees. Bring your right arm forward. Let the shoulders relax. Make a fist with your hands, looking at your thumb. And then bringing your other arm up, relaxing, making sure both shoulders are still relaxed. And your left thumb would be slightly closer to you, and that's fine. Now, what we'll do is we will keep our focus on the right thumb all the time. Inhale, bring the left arm back. Keep the elbows bent, a nice opening in the upper body. So that's the bow and arrow pose. So feel the bow quite taut there, and then letting go of the arrow, and hands come back to where they were. So 2 more in this position. So make sure your feet, your weight is distributed equally throughout your feet. Inhale, left arm bent back, as back as it goes. Both shoulders relaxed, looking at the right thumb, full focus. Exhale, arm back. 1 more with your own breath. Feeling like a warrior, feeling very strong. And exhale, coming back to the center. And then arms back and legs back. And now we're going to be doing the other side. So bringing the left foot a little bit in front, so about 1 or 2 steps in front, and 45 degree. So you're kind of turning a little bit that way to the left. Bringing your left arm up, shoulders down, left shoulder down, fist with your hands, looking at your left thumb. Bring the right thumb up in line, parallel, well, the same line, but then your right thumb is closer to you. So the arms are the same height. And then keep looking at your left. So just before we do that, sorry, just make sure you're firm on both legs, weight equally distributed. So now inhale, bring the right arm, bend the right elbow, bring it back. Feel that openness in the chest. And then exhale, coming back. So 2 more in your own time. Focus always on the left thumb. Inhale deeply here. And exhale completely. 1 more. And then relax your arms, relax the hands. And now we're going to do the triangle pose. So bringing your legs apart, so about twice hip distance or whatever feels good for you, but making sure your hips are square. So not turning to one side, just front and square. So here your feet are like 45 degrees. And so inhale, both arms up. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, left arm up. Right hand on the right thigh. And now lengthen, inhale. Exhale, slide the right hand onto the right thigh, bending towards the right. So here with your left hand can be on your left waist, if you like, or it can be to your right waist, if you like, or it can be up, straight, or up behind the ear. So whatever you do, making sure you've got a nice openness in the body. don't mind where your eyes are. Just keep the neck relaxed. So make sure your weight is on all sides of the feet again, not collapsing into the outside of the legs, of the feet. And then slowly coming up by just bringing the body upright and then bringing your arms down. So we'll do the same on the other side. So follow, inhale, both arms, let's do that again. So we'll inhale, both arms up, exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, the right arm up this time, exhale, down, and then coming, the left hand is on the left thigh, bending to the left. So making sure the upper body is nice and straight and open. Not much weight on the left hand if you've got it on your thigh. If this is difficult to breathe, that means you've gone too much in the pose. Just come back up a little bit. And then coming back to the center and relaxing. So now we're going to be doing the warrior two pose. So again, cultivating that openness, that feeling, that warrior-like feeling. So turning your left foot 90 degrees. So you're still in that position, so you can adjust your back foot depending on your flexibility here. And here we will bend the left knee. So we keep the hands on the hips for now, or just anywhere. And then we make sure that we can see the big toe, the big left toe. And then in this position, inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the shoulders down. Now turn your gaze to look at your middle left finger. So just staying in this position and relax your big toe, your toes. So you're not gripping with your toes, and also you're not collapsing into the inner arch of your right foot. So your weight is on the whole of the right foot and the whole of the left foot without gripping with your toes. So when we grip with our toes sometimes is when we are tense, and that's not what we want to do here. So feeling warrior-like, relaxing the shoulders, both arms are the same height. So sometimes the back arm just gets a little bit lazy, just a little bit casual. So engage it. It's got to be warrior-like. So making sure that your knee, your left knee is above your left heel. So a nice position, and you're not going forward. The torso is nice and upright. So sometimes people go like this. We don't want to go like this. We just stay upright. So a few more breaths here. Check your right foot. And then bring the hands back to the thigh, to the waist. Turn both feet forward. And then if you need to do anything else, go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to go to the other side. So turning the left foot 45 degrees. Keep your hands on the waist for now, so that helps to keep the hips square. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, shoulders nice and down. Fingers are engaged. Turn your face and look at the middle right finger. Making sure you can still see your big toe, so your foot, the knee is directly above the heel, but you can still see your big toe. So both arms nice and straight in a straight line. Back hands sometimes, back arms sometimes can go down, so making sure the same line. And not gripping with your big toe, and not collapsing into the inner arch or the outer arch. Weight distributed nicely. Staying here, focus, warrior-like, embracing that feeling of confidence and power that's all inside of you. It's a state of mind that you can cultivate. Hold, feel the resistance, letting go a little bit if you can, surrendering to the pose. And then slowly bring the arms back down first, and then turning and then coming heel toe, coming together. Okay, so now we're going to be doing one more pose, standing, which is a balance pose that we haven't done yet. So if you need to just, so we're going to be doing, let's see, we're going to be doing the dancer's pose, but I will show you various versions of it. So I will talk through the first one and then I will go. So the first version is to start by just bending one knee and then bringing the arm up. So you can just stay here, and that's the first version. So if you're struggling with the first version, you can come a little bit close to the wall and then use the wall to support you a little bit. So that's the first version. The second version is, if you can, hold your inner arch. So the bit where it goes in, that's closer to you. So your hand is facing the middle of the room with your palm facing towards the middle of where you are, and then holding it here. And then in this position, so this is position number 2, just staying here, lifting the left arm up. So if you can get to there. So what we want is a nice opening in the upper body, and just staying here and balancing, focusing at a point in front of you. Stay in position 1, this is where we're not holding the leg. So, and now if we want to go into position 3, you can start pivoting forward and bringing sorry, didn't have room there, bringing that back leg a little bit more back and up, and then just see wherever the body takes you. So in my left hand here, I've got a chin mudra, and just see where feels comfortable for you. So remember, you can stay here in position 2 or in position 1, like here. So just choose your position and then gracefully coming out of the pose. And then we're going to try again the other side. So I'm going to talk through all the 3 positions. So position 1, we'll start by bending the left leg, keep the thigh straight here, and then we'll just lift the right arm up. So we can just stay here, and that's our position. So if you can get to the inside of your foot, so it's the inside, it's closer to you, the eye of the arm is facing towards the room, so it's the easiest position really. It's the most natural position. So holding here, and one side might feel very different to the other side, so I'm struggling on one side. Okay, and then bring the arm up, and you can stay here in position 2. So just fix at a point on the wall, so feel this nice opening in the chest. It's also a little bit of a back bend, or you can just stay here. But if you feel like you want to pivot, you can pivot coming down. And again, fixing at a point. And then slowly coming out of the pose and relaxing. And coming down on the floor for the final relaxation. So we've got a long relaxation today, the same as last time. So if you want to make sure you're nice and warm, go ahead. So in the relaxation, I'll be using a word called prana. So most of you know about prana. For those of you who do not, prana is a bit more than the breath. It's the life force energy between us that keeps us going. And so we will use that word quite a bit. So your job is just to follow the instruction and letting go of any expectation you've got of the practice. If you've done it before, it might feel quite differently. So you are in Shavasana, in the lying down position. If you don't want to lie down, that's fine. You can do it in a chair. But if you're in a chair, making sure that your back is against the wall, against the back of the chair, so you can relax fully. So make sure you're warm and so lie down on your back. And here we will begin with our hands in front of the chest in the prayer position. Okay, so now I will do a little prayer in English, which says, whatever exists in the whole universe is all under the control of prana. Oh, prana, protect us as a mother protects her child. Give us affluence, intelligence, and health. Release the hands back to the side of the body, palms facing up. Slowly bring the awareness to the nostrils. Start feeling the movements of the breath at the nostrils. Your awareness beginning from the tip of the nostrils to the root of the nose. Feel the cool air entering and the warm air coming out. Recognize the speed of your breath, the force of your breath, and the rhythm of your breath. Recognize the imbalanced flow at the nostrils. One of the nostrils completely opened up, and the other nostril may be partially closed. This is nothing but imbalance in the flow of prana. Gradually extend the awareness into levels of respiration, moving towards the throat, and extend that sensitivity into the trachea, moving slowly towards the lungs, spreading deep into the lungs. Sensitize every part of every cell of the respiratory system, beginning from the tip of the nose to the depth of the lungs. Go on feeling the breath completely, deep inner awareness. No effort, no manipulation. The most natural flow of the breaths. You may recognize jerks in the breathing. The breath may not be smooth and continuous. Maybe a lack of rhythm, or it may be any other imbalance. Just recognize it. Once you clearly understand all the drawbacks in the breathing, Let us proceed with the correction of the breathing. Consciously make the breath deeper and deeper. Deep inhalation and complete exhalation. Take in as much air as possible during each inhalation by expanding the lungs and empty the air from the lungs with every exhalation. Now make the breath slower and slower, smoother and smoother, still deep. Slow, deep inhalation. Slow, deep exhalation. Gradually reduce all efforts. Relax yourself now and allow the flow once again freely and smoothly. Let the breath flow on its own. No control, no effort. Slowly come back to the nostrils and once again start feeling the movements of the breath at the nostrils. Let us use the power of the mind to guide the flow of the breath through alternate nostrils. Mental practice of alternate nostril breathing by using willpower. So the mind directing the flow of breath through alternate nostrils. Imagine and feel you're inhaling through the left nostril slowly and exhaling through the right nostril. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. This is one round. Continue the practice for a few more rounds, starting with the left nostril. Exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. That's another round, so carry on. You can very clearly feel the breath coming under the control of your mind and beginning to flow smoothly through both nostrils alternately. Continue the practice of alternate nostril breathing. Recognize the wonderful effect of alternate nostril breathing within the mind, balancing both hemispheres of the brain. Now drop all the efforts and once again allow the breath to flow on its own. No control, no effort. Become aware of that inner calmness of mind and total relaxation of the body. Let us now slowly enter into the world of prana. Let us slowly enter the field of energy by going through different sensations in the body, beginning with Chin Mudra. Adopt Chin Mudra and take awareness to the point where the tip of the thumb and tip of the index finger meet. So your eyes are closed all this time. Begin to observe mentally all sensations in that region. Feel the awareness. Do press and release the thumb and index finger. Feel the nerve impulses moving from the tip of the fingers to the head. Release the fingers and slowly spread that awareness into both palms by adopting the prayer position in front of the chest. Begin to feel all the expressions of prana in the chest. Feel your heart beat. Now slowly separate the palms 1 centimeter and find a surface awareness. Separate the palms a few inches and bring them closer without touching. Feel the magnetic field between the palms. So bring closer but not touching. Repeat a few times. Feel the energy between the hands. So separating the hands a little bit, bringing them close but not touching. So now turn the hands just by moving them up and down or just circular movements, and generate electricity between the palms. The feeling becoming stronger as you increase the speed of rotation. So rotating the hands, can do it a little, so the palms are not touching. So just rotating, and the hands are still quite close. You can play with the speed, and then by decreasing the speed, you can feel the magnetic field a little bit less. So just experimenting with this. And then slowly bring the hands on the floor again. And now spread your awareness in parts of the body which are in contact with the floor, beginning from your heels up to the back of your head. Recognize all the sensations coming up in those regions. It may be a pulsation, pain, heat, itching, prickling, tickling, or tingling, all of them perhaps. You may also experience mild electric current in some parts of the body, the subtlest expression of prana. Just recognize every subtle expression of prana. Every sensation is nothing but manifestation of prana. Prana expressing itself in the form of thousands of sensations. Gradually spread that awareness into the whole body, from top of the head to the tip of the toes. The whole body is nothing but a bundle of prana. Let us now scan the whole body with inner awareness to recognize different areas of imbalance. As you go on passing through the different parts of the body, you will feel that in some parts there are unpleasant sensations, perhaps. Recognize those as areas of excessive flow of energy. In some parts of the body, you will recognize numbness, either partial or complete. They are where energy is not flowing properly at the moment, or it may be a region of absence of prana. You can also feel blockage in some parts of the body. In some parts, you will experience very pleasant sensations. subtler sensation, the region where there is harmonious flow of energy. Just recognize the areas of imbalance in the pranic body and correct them. Use the power of the mind and direct the flow of energy in any part of the body. One can use it as a force to reduce pain in any particular part of the body, to rejuvenate the whole body, and to strengthen the immune system. Use the technique of sending positive thoughts through the flow of prana, any part of the body, including the mind. One can spend more time where there is an ailment or blockage of prana in the body. Feel the prana at the chest and channelize it downward, slowly spreading down through the chest, down through the front side of the hips. Feel the prana through the side of the thighs, downward through the knees, front of the calves, front of the ankle joints, top of the feet, toes. Spreading on the soles, heels, calves, slowly through the back part of the thighs, buttocks, and through the back. Same time, feel the flow of prana through the back side of the fingers, back of side of the hands, back side of the arms, shoulders, and up, continuing the flow through the back of the neck and spreading through back of the head, crown of the head, and through the forehead, down through the nose, cheeks, chin, spreading on the front side of the neck into the chest. Same time, feel the prana flowing through the front side of the arms, is charged with prana. The whole body is charged with prana. Now let us slowly make a resolution, a short sentence, any sentence that you like, repeating it 3 times. Repeating it with determination and conviction. Now, let us slowly come back to normal body consciousness with vibrations of the Om chanting. So when we chant, feel the beautiful resonance through the body. So inhale. Now slowly turning to the side, keeping your eyes closed. Coming to the side first and then coming up into sitting. In this position, rub your hands together and decide where you want to put that energy that you've generated, wherever needs a little bit of attention. Or if you can't think of anywhere, you can just put them onto your eyes and face area. So really rubbing and feeling that energy, bathing into that energy that you've created yourself. And we will finish with the closing prayers as we do. So I will chant them in Sanskrit and then in English. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kakshit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. And this translates as, auspiciousness be unto all, perfect peace be unto all, fullness be unto all, prosperity be unto all, happiness be unto all, perfect health be unto all. May all see good in everyone. May all be free from suffering. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. And thank you very much for joining me today.